Hi, I'm Scout with Bowhunting 360. Today, I'm in the woods scouting for white-tailed deer. Now, it's early June, and the season doesn't open for another 4 months, but scouting this time of year is really important, especially because this is a new piece of property to me. I've never been here, so today my goal is to get acquainted with the property, learn more about it, and really look for 3 key things. Deer, like all animals, need a few essentials for survival. They need food, water, and shelter. So today, I'm looking for food sources, water sources, and bedding areas. I'll also look for general deer sign like tracks, trails, old rubs, maybe an old scrape, terrain features that will funnel deer movement. All those things that kind of are the puzzle pieces that I can put together as we get closer to the season. As I find things, I'm going to mark them on my phone, which has mapping software. You can use Google Earth and drop pins. I'm using a hunting specific mapping software called OnX, and there's a lot of great mapping softwares out there. It just helps you kind of organize everything, and then you can kind of see the big picture and put all those puzzle pieces together. So let's get started. So right away, I found a good early season food source. Deer will browse on these as they work down this logging road, and there's a lot of these raspberry bushes along here, so this could be a good place as deer are moving to a destination food source. They'll be browsing through here. Maybe they'll stop long enough to give me a shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark these on my map, and we're gonna keep looking for more sign. I just turned the corner in that logging road that I was walking down, and I was really surprised to find this amazing food plot here. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this is public land. So it's really special to have a great food plot on public land. The state of Virginia, they plant these fields for dove hunters actually, but they're going to benefit all the wildlife. So we're finally in the woods, and I found exactly what I've been looking for. I found several large white oak trees in a cluster here, which is going to be a great draw for these deer come October when it's raining acorns in here. Now, why would I want to go with a white oak tree? White oak acorns have less tannin in them, which makes it more palatable for a deer compared to, let's say, like a red oak, which will have more tannin and taste bitter to a deer. Now, how you can tell the difference between like a red oak and a white oak are, if you look at the leaves, this is a white oak leaf, and you'll notice at the ends it's rounded. A red oak will have pointed ends on that leaf there. So when you're trying to find the difference, that's going to be the key right there, is that leaf. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on the camera, but basically I'm standing at the top of a hill looking down it, and hills, especially steep ones, can be a really great way to narrow down where deer are going to be. So deer are kind of like us. They're going to take the path of least resistance if they have to walk up a hill. So over here on this side, it's steeper, and over there it's steeper, and then it kind of creates a shallower part here all the way up to where I'm standing. It's also shallower, so that would be called a saddle. You can see these on topographic maps. If you learn how to read the topographic map, you can see the change in elevation, so it's much easier to go up this hill through this narrower part versus having to go up the steeper part. Makes sense. And if you see it on a map and you go to it, you'll usually see deer sign, especially if it happens to fall in between. Let's say there's a water source down here and a food source which is behind me. Deer are going to have to go up this hill to get water and then to get food. So it makes it a really good spot, and that's kind of like a big key for getting close to deer, which is the goal of bow hunting. Well, it's time for me to head back out of here, but this was a great first scouting trip for me, in this area, it's definitely a place that I'm going to focus more on, and we'll do more videos here so you guys can kind of follow along on the journey as we get closer to the season. If you're thinking about getting into bow hunting, just go out and do it. Walk around, take a hike. That's mostly what scouting is. It's just going on a hike and observing nature. And then don't worry about being exact in anything you do, because really all we're doing in scouting and choosing a hunting spot is making educated guesses. You could have a spot that seems like it's perfect, but it doesn't pan out, maybe just that day or that time of year. But these things you have to learn by doing and not be afraid to fail. So if you want to get into bow hunting, read up on it on bowhunting360.com. Head to an archery shop. They'll set you up with the archery equipment, give you some advice on your area, take a bow hunter education course, then get out in the woods and enjoy nature. That's what this is all about. I hope you guys had fun today and learned something. I'll see you in the next video.